Hello, hello, Rhoda here. Welcome to my craft room. Today is the culmination of Craftly Hall. It's day 30. I'm going to be reading how they appease the spirits and what they do to set up that there won't be any more hauntings in the future, hopefully. Uh, there is kind of a 3-page deal going on here because I have a last page in my book that doesn't have anything. So I figured out what to put on there. Thank you, everybody, for coming to visit, and I'm so glad you've enjoyed this series of Craftly Hall. I am going to, once I get it done, still have to do the cover. I have to do my storyboard for the front so they can follow along with the case file kind of situation. And then in the back, it's going to be his briefcase, which will have some of his studies and hobbies and findings and stuff like that. I still have to do all that. I'm not sure if I'm going to be filming any of that. I'm not sure. All right, well, here we go. As the Reverend Dixon began to tire, Ernest continued with more questions, and finally, they all came to understand what it was they could do in order to bring resolution to their spiritual visitors. It would be the construction of a small chapel close to the house, to the position of the original church, and inside would be a plaque. And there's like 2 different plaques. There's this little plaque that they've supplied, and then on the day of, they supplied this plaque that I don't think I could read. Yeah, and then you have a file folder and a little story chip I'll read in a second. So a plaque or some other kind of memorial marking the courage and achievements of those who had passed in the 1660s. Following the seance and the remarkable happenings therein, Ernest Brundle, his colleagues Carl Edwards and Dorothy Blakely, the binders, and Reverend Dixon spent a restful night at Craftly Hall, and consequently, there have been no further related disturbances since. Isn't that something? All right. The committee remains in close contact with Rose and Jeffrey, who report that work on the chapel is well underway. The small cemetery has been tidied and will continue to be respectfully maintained, and there has been a small sign erected at the site where those original settlers had perished to mark its importance as they await the completion of a specially inscribed tablet which will be placed within the chapel. In the spring, that must be what this is for in the chapel. Okay. In the spring, Rose plans to plant saplings and a beautiful commemorative garden of perennial flowers in the area, which she hopes will remain a lasting tribute to both those early pioneers and to the poor Reverend. Now, I used those in day 29, if you remember. To the Reverend. Okay. Alice, too, remains at the house. We wondered about Alice, didn't we? Didn't you? Yeah, I could hear you. I have not heard from Alice ever since they phoned home to the committee people. Okay. So Alice, too, remains at the house. The health of both she and Rose greatly improved, and Jeffrey's factory also appears to be becoming yet more successful. It is what we can only hope to be a happy ending for all of those involved. Ooh, let's give a clap. Ooh. Okay. So what we have here, I have the little story chip says they would construct a new chapel with a plaque to remember those who had passed. It gave me a little file folder, which I have to kind of vintage photo the back there. It gave this one, which I don't know if that was supposed to be the one to go inside that they were waiting on. And then this one was in some of the different things. It says, dedication to all who came before. All right. I've picked this one out because it looked like the old wall of a rundown kind of church or something. These were all day 30 freebies. Not this or this, but this, the actual kind of blueprint, I guess, or drawing of the actual look of the chapel. We have Craftly Hall in a colorized version, which is very beautiful. We're using that on the back page. There is the inside of the little church all done up. And here was the outside. Now, these don't all look the same. I don't know. I guess they did what they could do here to find little old-timey chapels. So yeah, there's that one. And then you've got this one. And this is really close to the one yesterday. Let me get it. So this was our look from the other day. And see how that one has that peak? It looks just like that was in the Day 29 page stuff. But I guess the roof goes up higher. I don't know. It looks a little different to me. But we're going to put them all in here. I think these were just plans. These are like plans on what they could achieve if they would like to, and that kind of thing. So let's get to it, because this, I already rounded the corners. I do have to ink it. So let's kind of ink the outside edge. I don't have to do anything to the back side. You're not going to be able to see that. We're sticking this down like we put down that notebook that time. It was only like 3 or 4 days back from this. We do have to put a crease or whatever, a score down the center of that one. This one may take a little bit of ink on the outside edge. I have not laid these out to figure out how I want it to work. I do kind of know how my back page is going to be. Now, I took all these scraps that I had left over and just took a piece of my, shop paper where I went yesterday and did an inventory. So, yeah, it's going to be like that. And I've found one of the frames, and the frame works perfectly right here with this. So that is going to go on here like that. And I didn't know whether I wanted to put the torch here or one of the dedication plaques. That does look pretty good there. So maybe we'll do that. Either that, or we'll move these over to the side a little bit and still have the dedication torch in here. I don't know. Maybe behind there. Kind of like that. Well, that kind of blocks out that green paper altogether, doesn't it? I don't have to have the whole thing. Yeah, I'm blocking the pretty flowers. I wanted them as well, because that was like part of her garden that she was creating. I don't know. We'll see if we can get this one in this other one, maybe. All right, so I have to score down the middle here, and I have to score this one and also color the back, so because it's going to tuck underneath of here. Okay. All right, I've got that folded, and I put the vintage photo down the crease there, but I really like it around the outside edge. I had put the scorched timber around here, but I think, oh, that adds to an old look, like a vintage look. And you can still see a little bit of that white. There we go. Yeah, I like that a whole lot better. It looks more ancient. Okay. Now, this won't go down, of course, until we sew it in. Oh, gosh, that's right. Am I going to be able to sew that in? All right, I ended up having to cut it because I didn't have the middle of the signature to sew it in like I did that other one. So it has a little, it got a little bit of wear and tear when I try to cut it apart. So it's got a few notches out of it. That's okay. Adds to the old-timey look to it. All right, so these are going to go in here like this. I'm just going to glue them down. Let's see. Will that fit up underneath of there? I don't know. It would be a really tight fit. I'm going to make it a tuck, like an L shape. That's what I'll do. This will probably go on this side. So let's see. Where's everything else going? Let's move this up. Well, maybe down. Move it somewhere. Yeah, let's move that down. Since it's a tuck, it could be lower on the page. Then we have this, which is the tag for the day. And I'm thinking maybe like that. It's supposed to be on the inside of the church. We also have, where'd they go? Okay, they're over here. We also have this church image and these two. And I'm really thinking about, fussy cutting this out. I think it's what's going to happen to that. We also have this little guy, which could go down there, the word chip. We have a picture of the church there. And the inside here, which I don't know if it's necessary, since I also have this one. Or could that go on the back side? Maybe that's what we do. Let's kind of put some vintage photo on the back of this to get it. And we'll make it like a little journal card. Because you run out of room sometimes on these pieces. These layouts. Oh my goodness. Well, I went and bought a few more of my little crate thingies yesterday when I went to Walmart. I think it was the 31st, whenever that was. I've lost days. I always do. So yeah, I bought a few more to put all of my plans in. I got my Edgar Allan Poe kit from My Porch Prints. Remembered that I had bought a, what do you call it? A super simple, I think is what she calls it, from Pink Monarch Prints. And I've got it printed out. Oh my gosh, I've been going through some ink, y'all. I've been doing all digitals, you know, so that sucks the ink up and makes the cost go up. So I've been working on my Craftly Haul tag book. I'm doing one to see if I'm going to, you know, go into all that. And it actually is helping me use up a lot of things that I've already got around here. I don't have that much of, I think we'll do the base here. I don't have that much of the ephemera left over. I really, really don't. I have used up so much. And then doing the tag book, I've been, you know, getting a little piece here and there and being able to use it up. I do have a whole bunch of the coin pouches and file folders because I was only going for tag shapes when I was doing it. So I have no idea what I'm going to do with those. Whether I'm going to make another type of a tag book up and only use those because they'd be like pockets. And I could put like some of those people in it. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out. Alright. And I have... What do I have? I've been amping myself up for Halloween. Oh my goodness! After I bought the Poe one, I've watched a few videos, and that's why I remembered I had that Pink Monarch print. Super simple. It has some spiders and stuff. I guess goth. I'm into goth or gothic. I shouldn't say goth. Yeah. I'm into the gothic Halloween kind of look. And I really am trying to think how to do it. I'm telling you, that book is going to be huge if I put everything in it that I want to put in it. But the last one I did was 3 inches. And so, yeah, I got to think about it. I've got some ideas on some pages that I want to put in it, or some kind of a Halloween book. And I think I'm going to have one of them I'm going to make here for the next video, because it's going to be with an item that I just got. I'm still waiting for one item. My ink came in one day. It was out there the next, it wasn't even 24 hours. And my ink was there, but yet I've still got this one item. It's like a sticker book or something. It had some really beautiful flowers in it that I had ordered first. It was the very first order. And it's just not here. Now I did that because it was giving me the shadow on that flame. And then Vintage Photo, because this is a black and white image, and Vintage Photo is a very, very warm shade. So yeah, it gives me, and I'll do that down at the base. The top is always light colored. So can you see where it kind of made a little bit of a difference? Okay, so this is going to get glued up underneath there. That's going to get glued in that corner. So let's get some of this down. But oh yeah, I've got some really dark hand-dyed papers I did. I think it was last year. Some of them are really dark blue, navy-ish blue. And some of them I tried to make black. You know, black is very hard to get to come out. But it was very close. So I've got ideas on stuff I can do with that. I have to see if I got any white ink, though. I may have some. I don't know if it's any good anymore. I think it was one of the first things I bought. So I'll be playing around with a few things. Because you know how it is. You like to have layers and bases, stuff like that in your journal. You know how I do. Always making these extra pages up to go in between, because I like to have somewhere where you can actually do journaling. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this one down. Gosh, you can barely see the lamp, but that's all right. I think that side anyway is going to have the file folder on it. So let's go ahead and put our... You can still see it if you pick it up a little bit, which that's okay. All right, so that is going to go... Let's put it like right here. I think that's good. I got to get right up against there. And let's rub it on. Burnish it in. Okay. I think that side's done. Next side. And what are we doing over here? We had this that was going down. This is going up in the lower. And then the tag there is going up above. Okay, it's going to go right there. Because that was about right there. And then this is going up here. I believe I'm going to cut part of that off. Where's my cutter? Okay, let me see about trimming that down. And then I'll have more of it showing. All right. About right there. Kind of a cool piece. I wonder if I need to keep it. And then, yeah, I won't be able to cut that because I'm going to cut the top of the little guy off. So, I guess it's going to be what it is. Unless I have enough here to... That might work too. I might have enough there to... Let's try that. You know, I'm always telling you to try things. So let's put that right there. Let me put some glue right there. Yep, I think that'll work. That's a nice dark spot or piece too, so yeah. Let's trim that like that, and then this is a little better. It's not quite there, but it's a little better. It almost matches the other side. Let me, there. I'm going to do one little peeky peek, yeah. Oh, okay. So, can you see what I did? I extended that so it'd be a little better. And then, see, that is going to go right there. And you can see the whole plaque now. That's what I was trying to get to happen. Well, what is everybody else doing? I am, like I told you, just piddling around the house. Roger, he went to Arkansas. He finally made it. Went to go to the home office, and I don't even know if he made it there for when they were doing the recognition ceremony. And then they were going to feed him then too. And of course, I said, well, I hope they feed you something good. Well, he got room service. And what did he say? It was a turkey club. It looked all right. I said, that doesn't look very appetizing. It's like a bunch of fries and a turkey club. And I'm sure they had something else there, you know. Steak and all kinds of other stuff. They eat like kings. Alright. I'm trying to line that up to where it's going to be even Steven across the board. Alright, now this little guy is going on this side. Now I left a little bit of room there for writing. It's going over here. Maybe I can have it kind of stick out like that. Yeah. And then this piece is going to go over here. And it's going to tuck right in there. And you can, I don't know if I have any more rub ones. Let me check. All right. I'm looking and looking all over these pages. And I'm trying to figure out what to use. I think I'm going to go with Chronicles. Because there's not really anything else. I've used the Specimen, I think. I know I've used Collector and Lost and Found and Evidence. Curiosities, I think I did too. I don't really, maybe Handle with Care. Oh, that would be kind of nice. Yeah. Let's do that. Handle with Care. Because that's what they're doing with these lost souls that have passed and have felt like they've been forgotten. And they're handling them with care and taking care of them. These are remnant rubs, by the way. And this is Specimen. And it's TH94047. So I think that's a good one. We're going to stick that right here. I always have to get my second set of fingers, you know. These are very sticky, so I'm really careful with how I deal with them because they stick to your finger. That's it. It comes off. It will not stay. Oh, and you can see where it's kind of bubbled up there. That's where it's coming off. So once you get that to happen, usually you can just kind of like pull it and it comes all the way off. I don't know that I want anything else there. I think I looked at that one. I didn't see nothing on that page. Specimen, not invoiced, maybe. Yeah, why not? Let's do the not invoiced. I don't know where else I'd ever use that. Maybe that means the church is not invoiced. Because it was tax-free. Something like that. Okay. So there we go. I think it came off right there. So that will tuck right in here. And let me get the book. And I'm going to... Oh, we still have to put this one down. And then we'll get the book. So let me get the specimen stuff out of the way. And yeah, I've got to glue this together. I'm happy that I got almost all of that stuff used. Oh my gosh. Well, I didn't print every single page, but I print most of them. Now what I did is I did not print the one that had the Harlequin masky bunch of people. I didn't do that one. I didn't have any use for them. I didn't know what they had to deal with, or so I didn't know what part of the story they even came in at. I mean, I was trying to think, well, maybe it had something to do with those plague victims. Well, they were more Puritan, weren't they? Well, I mean, depending on where this was, oh, this was over in, I'm in the wrong country. This was over in England, so, yeah, there was, yeah, anyway, so, yeah, they probably, I don't forgot what I was going to say. Threw myself off when I was in the wrong country. Well, that reminds me about, has anybody been watch the Olympics? I love, love, love the gymnastics. Oh, that's my favorite part. Yep. And Simone, that little girl, can jump. She can jump like a little frog. She's hopping all over the place. I'm just amazed by her. What was I never realized how she got into gymnastics, but she was like, I don't know, 4 or 5, something. And she said they went to this gym and they were watching these people doing gymnastics and jumping and tossing and turning and flips and flops, all kinds of things. And she says, I can do that. She proceeded to get out there, and that's how it started. Okay, I'm going to put that right there. I think that's perfect. Now, see, I had printed this wrong. And see how I kind of fixed it? You don't really notice it. When I printed it, I did not do it, have it, it's a little crooked. I did not have it, what do you call it? Fit to page. I think that's what mine says. Fit to page. So it was kind of set up. Some of them are set up to be the English version of the measurement. And so that's what happened. It chopped off that edge of that frame. So to kind of hide it, I combined this plaque up there with it. Okay, and I got around it. And I am seeing this line, because this was a file folder. And I'm just going to put this black line down through here. I don't think it's going to hurt a thing. You'd see it one way or the other. All right, let me get my book. So this goes on the back page. This goes... Okay, let me see how this is going to work. Because I got to pull this one out. I got all kinds of flippy floppies and this ways and that ways. So this one goes over here. Can you still see it? Let me put that back here too. So this one goes over here. That is the left side of the page. And I think I'm just going to leave everything on there. And I'm just putting my bead of glue all the way around the outside. And then I'll do me a little bit in the inside. I put a good bit because I want it to stay. And sometimes you have heavier stuff on here that you need to make sure it attaches. And I always try to go in this upper corner and attach it first. It slides around on you, so watch out. Then it finally starts drinking in. Okay, so let's do that. Rub the outside edges really, really good before they kind of dry. Whoops. That's our desk. I gotta watch out. I'm gonna mess up that lamp. Alright, so let me do like that so I can get the background down. Now I probably have some trimming to do. I see I need to trim that side. What happened there? Okay. I think I need to get in there with a marker. I think that's my best bet. And maybe right there too. So that side's done. And then I have this side to do. That one actually got like the paper on there, but I didn't do any more of that cutting that I was doing early on when I was making a pocket. Okay. I saw my two little baby, my little fawns. They're out here. I was going to do some clothes, but I guess I can't. They're right almost outside of the basement door up on the hill. Under the, I think it's a walnut tree. I didn't see them at all yesterday, so I have no clue where they were. And then all of a sudden they're out there today. Little stinkers. They're kind of getting so big now they don't really stick around Mama. She'll go off and come back in and feed them every once in a while. Okay, so that's done. Now, let me flip it because here's the back page. Anybody remember her? So let me get that on here. Oof. Whenever you do these darn glue sticks, you always have a problem with the curling. Really, really bad. Okay. Alright, I think I got it. And I'm going to show you what it looks like once I get this lasso on here. And that's what's going to tell me how big I need to make my spine. Well, this is not quite as big as it needs to be. I guess I'll be using a black marker on it as well. Down here at the base. That's alright. So, good old Crafty Hall. The ghost got happy. The people are happy. Everybody's happy. Alright, let me put this back in here, and I'm going to put this back together. And we'll see what we got. So this is part of the... This is part of that, so that goes there. And then this goes... Oh, that thing's always flopping open. Yeah, that goes there. Whew, that signature's chunky. And then here's our other two signatures. I think that's right, yeah. So this is my whole book. Page for page. And I've got 3 signatures. I should have done more, because at this rate I'm going to have maybe 1/4 of an inch, maybe more between each one, maybe 3/8 of an inch, just so they don't bow out, you know. But yeah, that's what we got. And then I'll be doing a flip through here soon. Oh gosh, what happened to that one? I'll have a flip through soon as I figure out my cover and all the rest of it. So I really appreciate everybody for coming and visiting. And I hope you got some more ideas from what I did there. But yeah, keep an eye out for whenever I get around to this again. And I will talk to you soon. All right. Everybody take care. Bye bye.